Jeffrey starts his video with a Jeffrey and Adonis intro. My favorite YouTuber does this and he has 2 million subscribers, so if I do that I will have 2 million subscribers too. But Jeffrey doesn't realize that whenever people watch his videos they only see a worse version of Hamza, so they click off immediately and Jeffrey gets no views. Adonis has had his own mission since he came out of the womb. He stays aligned with it, doesn't allow other YouTubers to influence him, and creates original videos that he wants to create. He not only enjoys the process a lot more, but also has 100% viewers to subscribers conversion rate because no one has ever seen anything like his content. While Jeffrey is busy making videos for his dog and 2 dads, Adonis conquers the world and is about to overtake the biggest names in the industry. Well done, Adonis. I recently stumbled upon a guy who was unironically using Hamza's Jeffrey and Adonis intro in his videos. And I was quite frankly disappointed, because my thought was nothing about the message in the video itself. Nothing about the guy either. My thought was the exact same as yours a couple of seconds ago. Why is this guy copying Hamza? And the sad part is that that guy was doing it purely for views. He thought that if that was something that worked, he could just copy it and it would work for him too. But that's not the reality. And the reason I did it in this intro was just to prove my point. Because listen, when I started my content creation journey almost a decade ago, I was making videos about whatever I wanted. My channel had no niche, bro. What even is a niche? I didn't discover that yet. And so the videos were very fun to make and I was passionate about the whole process. But then a couple of years later, around when I was 15, I thought, okay, let's get serious. So I started watching guys like Hamza and other YouTube gurus, guys who were doing a really great job at the platform. And so I started consuming educational content to get all the tips and tricks, strategies and tactics to blow up on YouTube, to get my videos seen by millions of people, to make high quality content like those big names in the industry. And that's also when I lost all my passion for this craft. Because even though the tactics worked in the beginning, I got to my first 1,000 and 10,000 views, they dropped off immediately afterwards. And after hitting my first actual viral video with over 700k views, the next couple of months were completely dead. My channel was not getting any new subscribers, any views. It was just dead. And it only changed when I came back to my initial passion, to the thing that made me start the channel in the first place, to the passion. If you don't know me, my name is Igor. I'm a 17-year-old content creator with over 300k followers over all social media, and I am teaching other content creators to build a business in the creator economy. And I believe that you can at least kind of relate to what I said about the tactics, because you've seen all those YouTube videos, how to get 1,000 subscribers, how to get 100,000 subscribers, and you still get no views. And that's because in the pursuit of being someone you are not, you lost the person that you really are. And it sounds very wise, but I really don't even blame you for that, because a guy like Hamza created an army of YouTube losers. It is honestly tragic how many guys I see who do not live up to their potential because they listen to him and take his advice. Just be authentic, don't edit your videos, use normal photos as thumbnails. But why don't you follow your own advice? You've seen Hamza pivot with his own YouTube channel so many times, even though he was saying this is the best way to grow, this is the best way to grow. And so it changes all the time. And he himself doesn't follow his advice. It is not even what got him to his success. He didn't get the 2 million subscribers making those authentic videos, unedited, with no script, no Jeffrey and Adonis intro. He got there with those overstimulating, hyper-edited videos. If he was doing the type of content that he tells us to do right now, if he was doing that from the beginning, what would he get to? 1k, 10k, 100 at most. But that's not that much, given it was already 3 years ago when he started. And you're an intelligent guy, so you see this truth, but most guys don't. And there's an army of people posting the most goddamn generic videos ever, getting less than 100 views each time, and hoping that something's gonna change one day because Hamza said so. Isn't it insanity? Doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result? Mental health, meditation, working out. We've heard that shit 1,000 times, and yet those motherfuckers still make such videos. Why? Because Hamza encourages that. Because his initial plan on YouTube was to get other people to preach the same exact message as him, because that's a pyramid scheme that ultimately leads the most people to watch him, who is at the top. And all the people below him, they don't use their brains, and their results speak for themselves. And don't worry, this video is not just me shitting on Hamza and his copycats, because you're more intelligent than that. So I want to give you the strategy that actually helped me break through the noise of self-improvement Hamza copycats. Think about it like this. If you want to get the results of the people who are in the top 1%, then you have to do something different to what the 99% of people does. And without talking about all the bullshit like click-through rate, average view duration, everything that those YouTube gurus talk about online. Really, the only thing you need is to stand out from the crowd. And that's because we humans have boxes in our minds. And so I want you to imagine a person who teaches making money online. Who did you come up with? Probably someone like Iman Gadji, right? Who teaches masculinity? Probably Hamza. And so every box has a person aligned to it. And so really the goal for you should be to be inside a box like that. So you can either enter a box that people already have, or you can create your own box. And that's how you get to the top 1%. So you have to stand out from the crowd in order to be placed in people's boxes. And there are 3 ways in which you can stand out. The first one is that you can stand out with your results. And so people who stand out with their results are, for example, Iman Gadji, Sam Sulek, Andrew Tate, Charlie Morgan. What is the one thing they all have in common? They are ultra successful outside of their content creation business. Iman Gadji, before he blew up on YouTube, became a multimillionaire. Sam Sulek has an insane physique, a physique that is very rarely seen online. Andrew Tate, same thing as with Iman Gadji. He already blew up after owning a $4 million Bugatti. And Charlie Morgan, same thing again. Blew up after people realized that he is ultra successful, living in Dubai, a millionaire, and all of that. And what you can see with these examples is that it doesn't really matter if you put in much effort into your videos or not. Because Iman Gadji spends millions of dollars every single year to produce his content. And so that is very high effort. But on the other hand, Charlie Morgan, his videos are not edited, filmed with an iPhone, handheld, and he's still getting millions of views with that. Pretty similar thing to Sam Sulek. His videos are not very high edited and overstimulating either. And that's because they have huge success apart from their channel, which makes people want to listen to them. And the problem here is that you probably do not have such results. If you do have any good results in any area of life, absolutely use that to your advantage, leverage it so that you make people interested in listening to you. Just like in the beginning, I told you that I have over 300k followers on all of my social media platforms. That's the impressive thing that made you want to listen to me. But that may not be achievable for you, okay? I understand. Not every person who wants to become a content creator has results in other areas of life. And so there are 2 more ways in which you can stand out. The first one is filmmaking. And this is what got me to my first success. Other guys who earned themselves big success with it are, for example, Nicholas Crystal, Matt Diavella, or recently Life of Riza. The entire idea of this style is to make yourself stand out from the crowd of average creators thanks to the quality and the looks of your video, how you present your world, and also how good stories you tell, because storytelling is a huge part of filmmaking. And the best part here is that No matter what topic you make your video about, there are going to be more people interested in it, and the best example of that is someone like Gog's Art. He makes videos about art, paintings, drawings, graffiti, and yet millions of people watch him, people who are completely uninterested in that. Like me myself, I watch him even though I have no idea about art because of his filmmaking and how impressive it is. And what's interesting here is that even without the results that those successful men like him and Gadji have, you can have authority and you can have people listen to you just because of your video quality. Imagine if this video looked like shit. Imagine if I sat in a closet with no lights on, handheld camera, grain all over the place. You wouldn't listen to me, right? But because this looks good, you are more likely to take advice from me, even though I could be completely homeless. That's the power of quality. And so you can get that. You can learn that skill. And that is what I teach on my channel here and in my private school for creators. But if you are not interested in filmmaking, if you don't have any specific results, then there's the third way for you to stand out. And that is by being extremely relatable. Creators who take advantage of that are, for example, Hamza and also recently a guy popping off, Jack Piggott. The requirement of this style is that you have to be charismatic, you have to be a good speaker, you have to have humor, you have to make people relate to you, and you have to show them unique perspectives that they haven't seen on YouTube yet. And so even though you may be talking about meditation, working out, and those super generic topics that everybody knows about, you have to package it and structure it in a way that is going to make it original and unique. So really, again, this is just about finding a way in which you can stand out. And how did Hamza do that? He was the first guy on YouTube to be very open about mental health, about his struggles. He was the first person to implement detailed stories. And so that was his unique thing when he started. Now it's not unique anymore because everybody's doing that. Jack, he is very wholesome, very caring and not controversial at all. And this is again something that is not seen very often these days, and so people actively look for that. This is again just about standing out, finding something original. But what you can notice is that all the people I named today have completely different videos. And that's because copycats don't see at the top. As the name says, the person who sits at the top is the person who is being copied. And so the actionable step I have for you here is I want you to find out what is the thing that can make you stand out from the crowd, and what is the box that you can feel in people's minds. You can journal about that, create a whole analysis, and once you find that one thing, then you just have to stick to that for a long period of time. Stick to it for months or even years if necessary, and I can guarantee you that you will finally get the results you've been trying to get this whole time. Now, I prepared a full-on presentation about this topic and about content creation in general. You can learn the 6 lessons that changed everything for me by clicking on this video, and I can guarantee you that just after watching this, you will 10 times your views in just a month. So watch this video right now, and I will see you on the side where people are sick of being consumers and where they want to be the creators of their own reality. Remember to be original.